Peggy 16. Peggy 16.
You call, I answer! Pushing you on the scene! Man, come on! I'm ready to go! Calculated! Time to play. You gonna keep me waiting, babe?
of us is allowed to do the killing.
Hey, what's going on? I'm just making myself nice and comfortable here in the Street Fighter League arena. Let's hope our 4 teams are just as comfortable as we get into week 5. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. It's week 5. Things are starting to shape up very nicely. We've got 2 great matches for you, 4 very, very strong teams. First up, we have a real important one. 2 teams that are firmly fixed on the bottom of the leaderboard. It's going to be Reason versus the as yet no wins Wild Blast. They're going to be desperate for some more points. Then we have a very exciting one. Mouse recently knocked off the top of the leaderboard, going up against 00 Nation, and the almost unbeatable Phenom was toppled last time we saw them as well. That's 2 incredible matches here on Street Fighter League for week 5. But I'm sure you guys at home, if you've just joined us for the first time, or if you've been watching every week, you probably need a refresh on exactly how this brand new format looks for Street Fighter League. So I'm going to throw it over to 2 of the very best in the business. 2 names that you know mean quality when it comes to calling the action and analyzing what's going on. Let's see how they do at describing this format for Street Fighter League. It's my good friends F-Word and Jammers.
Much appreciated, Logan, for the introductions. Another week, another set of good games happening.
Let's go.
In SFL Europe, man. I've been enjoying this experience from start till now, and there's still plenty more to come. But
this is getting very exciting. I can't wait to see.
It's your favorite part.
Those of you guys who are not aware, matches here are conducted in a 3v3 home versus away format. The home team has the opportunity to counterpick the away team because the away team has to reveal their order of players and characters upon arrival. And also, to be considered the first match, we're going to see the best ofs here because that's quite important as well in terms of the battles. The first game is a best of 3 for 10 points. The second game is a best of 3 for 10 points. And the third game, the all-important, is a best of 5 for 20 points. Now, if the teams are tied when we get to that stage, we go to a 4th and final game, a tiebreaker, a best of 1, Jammers, for 5 points. So it's been very exciting. We've seen teams do very well with regard to these formats, especially Team GO, who with 2 losses and 1 win have found themselves very close to the top just because they've done so well to get to the tiebreak each time they've lost. Now, what are these guys playing for, Jammers?
Yeah, they're playing for good seeding positionings, right? Because the top 2 teams of the leaderboard, they get put on the home side with the advantage. But in the semi-finals, if you're on the lowest seed, then you get put on the away side. And we know what the away side have to do. They have to expose their roster and character lineup for the first game anyway. An hour before the set actually starts. And then the finals, the top 2 teams, or the 2 teams that win, will be facing each other up to 3 times, where the team from the lower seed will start on the away side again, and for each set, sides will be swapped. So a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of balance there. But then again, whoever wins will be the kings of Street Fighter League Europe, and they'll be going to the World Championships, where they'll be going up against the best team of Street Fighter League US and Street Fighter League Japan. So it's going to be non-stop action for you guys.
75,000 euros.
And it's going to be
up for grabs just for this EU one. Then they go play for the big one later, right? Right, Jammers?
Of course.
And here's the table. I mean, it's been a fascinating, turbulent up and down movement in this table. We see BMS, as a result of Mouse losing, fantastic counter strategy from Team GO to beat Mouse last week and make this much more nail-biting. BMS go on top on battle and round differentiation, joint on points with Team Mouse. So that's fantastic play from them. They actually lost to Team Mouse, so that's incredible that they're ahead of them. Team GO also in a great position because they lost 2, but they lost very narrowly, getting 20 points each time, and then they won their first game last week. And 0-0 Nation still in a tremendous, just 15 points away from the top jammers. They lost their first match last week. They're doing great. Phenom's on fire. We'll see if he can pick up where he left off.
Yeah, but this is why this episode's important for, Wild Blast, Reason,
Huge
and
week.
even 0-0 Nation, right?
Huge
Because
week.
there's a 40-point difference between 0-0 Nation, 4th spot, and Reason Gaming in the 5th spot. So, again, if they get a clean sweep here against Wild Blast, Reason, then they equalize with 0-0 Nation. But it's not even over yet because 0-0 Nation still have to play Mouse after that.
I think this week is even bigger for Wild. Team Wild need to really pull it out because they're only on 10 points. If they flop here, then it's going to be a very long way back.
It's going to be a long way, but hey, we need to get these players into the venue and get started. But Logan, it's all yours. Introduce everybody.
Thanks very much, Chambers. Yeah, that's right. We've got 2 teams ready to go in this first match, and it's a very, very important one. We know that Wild Blast are nailed to the bottom of that leaderboard, and they need points desperately. They need a win desperately. They're going to be up against Reason, who, although they started off very well in the season, have subsequently fallen off. They're going to be looking for some form here. This is such an important match. We already know how important the seeding is because we've seen that away position be a really big detriment to some of these teams in terms of being counterpicked. But these 2 teams coming up now in our first match just want to get in the playoff spots. They're in 5th and 6th. So let's welcome in our away team first, and it is Reason Gaming. Stepping into the winner after a big result against Team GO. Reason Gaming have been looking for another win, but their points total is looking healthy still. 25 points at the moment. They're 40 points adrift from 0-0 Nation in 4th in those playoff spots, but they're going to be looking for big points either way. Regardless of the result this week, they need points on the board to make those playoff spots. Speaking of points on the board, Wild Blast only have 10 points. But they're in that position, the home team, and they've got one of the most talented young rosters here in Street Fighter League. They haven't got the results to back it up just yet, but week 5, that could all turn around. Let's welcome Wild Blast into the arena. Striding into the arena with purpose. Vega Patch, MDZ, Jimmy, Momi, and Takamura. That is a lot of powerful players at their disposal, ready to counter whichever lineup Reason put forward. And of course, they are in the away position, which means they have to reveal their full 3-game lineup, including their starting characters, giving up that information before we even start this match. Let's throw it over to F-Word and Jammers, where we reveal exactly which players and characters we're going to see today.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be interesting. I'm actually curious because I said to the guys in the back, it's like the objective for both of these two now is to accumulate points. Yes, they want the win. That's the bonus. But right now they need to be picking up points. And it looks like this is what Team Reason's lineup is. No MQS at all. It's going to be one step layered, trying to make redemption after that horrible loss against Problem X a few weeks back. He's going to be going up first for the Karen. Shivs is going to be a middle point with the Manat, and then of course Samboy is going to be the anchor, best of 5 with the mayor himself.
I really like this. I really like this. The only thing I'm not sure about is, of course, one step layer opening after having such a shaky match against Problem X. He himself, even Problem X said that wasn't one step layered. So, well, anyway, it's on their opponents to counter that. We'll see what strategy they have to decide what they're going to do first. The first being one step layered. Any calls on this, Jammers?
I can see them trying to, again, entice or draw out Vega Patch. Maybe they might get Momi to challenge one step. They want to get one of those two characters out of the way first. That's my prediction.
Will we see MDZ Jimmys today? Off that order you've seen?
I hope so.
So do I.
I actually hope so. I think somebody could get caught out by
definitely.
Jimmy.
Listen, it's like a tank.
Do you know what? We're hoping he comes out. But hey, let's sit down with Logan Sama and find out who's going to be fighting one step late in the first game. Logan, all yours.
Well, unfortunately, Jammers, I have to work for a living and I'm going to be on my feet all day. I hope you are very comfortable up there, though, in your commentary chairs. And I'm standing with one step late. You've got a new look lineup, new order today for Reason. Of course, a couple weeks ago, we saw you perform and it was not to the levels that you're expecting. How do you feel today?
I'm feeling a lot better today. I've prepared, I've done what I can, and I'm just here to do what I can.
They've got a very, very talented lineup over there on Wild Blast. A lot of top-ranked European players, and they can select any of them to face you. Who are you expecting to see line up against you in today's game?
I'm expecting Vega Patch because Karen doesn't really enjoy fighting Fang, but I'm ready for all of them, to be honest.
All right, I'm glad you're ready because it's about time to find out who Wild Blast is going to be sending up first. And it's going to be Takamura again. Opening up. So a lot of times we expect you to come in the anchor position, but you've put yourself forward early on a couple of times now. What is your thinking behind going up against one step layer's Karen today?
I think for this team, we are looking for the matchup, you know. I think it's better if I go first. And I think we will win this time. Yeah.
All right, I'm glad that you're confident. Which character are you going to be going with, please?
Akuma.
Akuma, of course, as always. Sit down, get yourselves ready, and we can talk about this matchup that we have heard we've seen so many times historically in Street Fighter V. Again, I feel so nostalgic every time I see Karin against Akuma on the screen. Of course, throwbacks to that epic Evo Grand Finals between Punk and Takedo. But I'm sure F-Word and Jammers have got a lot of insight into what we can expect to see in this match as we get ready for the action. Over to you guys in the commentary desk.
Surprised and not surprised, I think is the feeling here. I'm fairly surprised. Jammers, you kind of saw that one coming. Talk me through that.
I was speaking with some of the Reason members prior this match, and I said, look, I think Takamura, who might take his chances against whoever's the first two lineup is, but what happened the last time Takamura went first? They ultimately didn't win that. It was Momi that accumulated the points. They lost that. But again, Wild Blast's main objective is to collect points. And if they feel putting Takamura first to pick up those points is necessary to the cause, try it out. But like you heard one step later said, he's ready for anyone.
Yeah, it seems less matchup dependent and more momentum based with these guys. Look, for me, the biggest issue with Team Wild Blast is on paper, it's actually quite a formidable team.
It is.
The issue we have is Takamura's activity in competition and Momi's activity in competition the last year has not been quite the same for reasons that, you know, are personal to them, but they've not been as active. And now they've been given this amazing opportunity here at the Street Fighter League, and they've got to get back to their optimal capabilities before it's too late. And we're seeing that in the points at the moment. Just 10 points on the board, just one battle won out of so many played. They got clean swept as well. I mean, for me, this is a huge game for Reason, but with that 15-point gap between the two, this is an even bigger game for Team Wild Blast, like I said earlier, because if they end up still on 10 points now, after that many games played, it's looking like a very, very long way to that top four.
That's why I feel that the team strategy just changed. Obviously, Takamura did say, like, we're playing for matchups, so we're going to try and fight toe-to-toe with these guys. But I'm like, hang on, the bigger picture, at least from a third-person perspective, is you need to collect points first, right? And it's like, if you can get 20 under the bag, and maybe go for that, like the tiebreaker, and then play for the extra 5 points. That's great, because a win's a win, right? No matter how big or small the differential in points is. But I have to reiterate, I'm going back to when Takamura went first last time, and it's like, okay, is maybe potentially Vega Patch playing the best of 5 against Soundboy, who has MQS as his training partner?
Hey, look, I'm not a professional player these days, but I know if I was in my prime in this situation, I went first last time, and it went as bad as it went for Takamura, I'd want to go first again.
Okay.
I'd want to rectify that. And if you're competitive and you know you can do better for your team, you want the opportunity to show them, hey, I can give you a good start. I can put you in a position where you got some momentum. Interestingly enough for me, outside of this first game though, is Soundboy being anchor. I'm looking at the characters and the options they got there. I'm wondering who they're going to put up for that one. Obviously, Vega Patch is there. Momi's there. I mean, Soundboy does so well against Cammy. It's not going to be Momi.
Well, it is these two up right now. Remember, Takamura is a CPT finalist. One step later, he's actually come into his own the last 2 years with the CPT in the UK region. It's one of the most dense and difficult regions to even get a result. So we got to give him full credit to that as well. But yes, the last time you did see Takamura in this kind of matchup, it was against Killzoo and he lost. He's going up against a Karen again, different style. Somebody probably less familiar with him because we do play Takamura online, but he's always got something new for specific players as well. Maybe he's got some anti-one-step layered tech there.
I mean, he's got a ton of experience in the carrying matchup. That's why he went up against Killzoo. We saw him do quite well against Punk, even though he lost that set in the end. He's capable in this matchup. Akuma's taken a lot of changes since then, so has Karen. We'll see how he adjusts to one-step layer's approach to this Akuma matchup.
Okay, yeah, it looks like he's locked into Akuma, and again, it's all, at the end of the day with a fighting game, it's all about that split-second decision-making. Left or right, you know, risk the reversal or not. You're going to have your matchup knowledge and your strategy prior to that. But I want to see what the players have concocted in their actual matches for the battle that is ahead of us right now. But yeah, this is a vital. If I had to give it a football comparison, this reminds me of a relegation battle. It really does, because they need the points to try and survive.
It's so important. I mean, look, like I said, man, only 15 points away from some kind of relevance reason. Sorry. All right, here we go, guys. It is Team Wild Blast versus Reason Gaming in this first battle.
Don't be surprised if you catch me singing, because the music on this stage is actually pretty good.
Let's start singing for us, Jim Jam. Go for it, mate.
All right, got it. Jab doesn't get the combo into Tenko, but that's going to be a full punish into the Demon Flip palm there from Takamura. Activation.
Nice delayed jump back there from Takamura to escape that throw attempt.
And the V-trigger's gone immediately there. Just Gurenken into the backdash. Gets hit by the EX
Tenko. There's that nerf coming in. Not fireball invincible from the first frame.
Oh,
good jump
nice
in.
cross up Tatsu. Yeah.
That's what he got countered by versus Killzoo. He didn't apply the dive kick, which really surprised me when he was demon flipping. This time he does bring the dive kick in off that demon flip, and one step layer takes the bait. First round, Takamura. Good start here.
This is what he's been trying to stress to a lot of people. Ooh. Lovely with punish into the medium Tatsu. He's been trying to stress this point, man. It's like when you go up against Akuma, he's actually got a lot of options from all of his, or most of his special cancelable normals. He wants to keep you thinking on the fly and guessing wrong most of the time.
Nice reaction to the fireball there from one step layered.
And he actually,
trading with those jump-ins as well.
Remember what he said about his stick? He changed his stick just for that.
Yes, yeah, there's a little story we can tell you about Reason Gaming and one step layered. Just frame EX Tenkos.
Delayed back throw. Got V-trigger ready.
Oh, that worked out.
That is fantastic there for one step.
Oh, he missed his meaty.
Orochi. Work out. Lovely.
Big punish.
He done that against Killzoo. You've got to remember that. Good block, good discipline. And again, he
backs out. He got away with it. Oh my days! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Already.
That was disgusting. I haven't even seen crouch medium with punished by back heavy. I've not seen that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
And you know what? Because it's got such a vertical hitbox, it's actually very good as a buffering tool, right? Because it's going to catch, because of his active frame, it's going to catch a lot of normals.
And it's got tremendous hit stun. I mean, if he does it into V-trigger without counter hit, he gets a dash, bro. A dash into a medium. It's so, so good.
Now, the thing is, there was discipline there on one step layer side, but the first V-trigger he used and got rid of it, exploded the meter, right? He did Gurenken into the backdash. Obviously, Takamura is going to like absorb that information almost immediately and go, okay, I know what you're about.
You've almost just got to go back to hit confirming. The V-trigger allows you to just, you know, brainlessly stick out the crouch medium and go into the cancel, but you've almost got to go back to hit confirming because as you mentioned last time we saw it, it's not a true string, it never is. And someone with the reactions and anticipation of Takamura, with the V-shift now in the game, it's going to punish you big time for predictable patterns.
Yeah, looking for those hit confirms. Heck, just walking down to the corner, Karen's exceptionally good at doing that. Or just, you know, arbitrarily throw out the Gurenken itself. It could work. If you just want to do Gurenken into backdash, you might as well do it by itself. And that's actually got more range and probably more difficult to deal with for players in general than the crouch medium kick, because the crouch medium kick has been the bane of the Street Fighter V's community for quite a number of years now. But
actually, a lot harder to confirm for a lot of carrying players. Only a handful of them do the Gurenken raw and still follow up with the palm on hit. A lot of them still back out even when it hits. So something I'm not sure one step layer has practiced, but very true, Jammers. I mean, much less risky. You'd have to do a psychic V-shift. In reality, you'll be blocking, and at least you get your tiny little mix-up from the Gurenken if you need to go for it. One step layer taking his time here. I completely agree with taking his time in this scenario. This is a tense situation, a very important game for a reason. They started so well. They got a win. It was a tight win, so they didn't get the points they'd like, but they got the 25 points. They've been clean sweep since then, and now they've got a huge game against the team that's closest to them on the table. So taking his time. We're going to go into it now.
Right, again, it's just slight adjustments. I think One Step Laird needs to try not to initiate too much. He's allowing Takamura to get very easy and comfortable with punishes, and he almost did there.
Oh, the surprise dash catches the start of a fireball.
Gets a grab. And those grabs do a lot. Akuma's got 900 health.
Oh, wow.
Those 130 grabs are doing a lot.
And again, it's a great scenario here.
Fireball.
Ooh, oh no! He thought he had the whip punish. He didn't. Side switch incoming.
Oh!
Double dash, he saves the V-trigger DP.
Okay, I didn't know Akuma could do that. I'm telling you, man.
Parry.
He's got so many side swapping tactics.
Oh, he's out of there. That works, and he gets the trip recovery. Such a good choice. They went for a Tenko anti-air, which was brilliant because not only did it anti-air, but it moved him forward, which evaded the fireball completely as well.
Got to cover both, man.
Great awareness.
Incredibly well. Yeah, this is hugely important that One Step Laird tries to equalize this battle right now.
That's a great round from One Step Laird.
Oh.
There's that surprise dash again. That's what got started the last round.
I'm telling you, man. People say you can't do it on PC. You can.
Listen, man, you can always get away with a dash if your opponent's not looking for it.
I'll be parried.
Wow, the read on.
And
Again,
again.
these forward-moving anti-airs. Something that Takamura clearly not anticipated.
Oh, the
big
block.
bait.
I don't think
first
he needs
one.
to risk that EX for a Senhar there, but then it's going to be maximum damage there from Takamura. And he's going to set up the V-trigger as well. Didn't need to.
Jeez, it was coming.
Boy. I really think that was an unnecessary Senhar there from One Step Laird.
He's given Takamura a battle point here.
Essentially,
Sorry, game
yeah.
point.
All right, there you go. Just poking away with the crouching media
Oh, he
kick.
had the hit.
Didn't believe. Woo! He stopped believing in his crouching media kicks everywhere.
That was a parry that got countered. This is a good round, though. Should have back thrown. It would have been game.
Oh,
Is that going to cost him? Oh, good block.
Stun's gone. He's going to have to win a different way, but if he can get one confirmed, maybe a punish on a fireball. The
Catches
super.
it, trying to approach. Here we go. One Step Laird registers his first battle in the season so far here in week 5. Man, he needed that for his confidence. He needed that for his momentum. And he needed that, most importantly, for team reason.
I tell you what, right? One thing I have to give him like props for is in the past year and a half, him and Soundboy, the number one thing they worked on were checking dashes. Whether it was preemptive mediums, reacting with the Karen's 5-frame medium, because you got a 5-frame medium, or just doing jab, jab into your special cancelable move. And we seen it right there. He stopped the dash, got the buff ready, full confirm, or full combo, sorry, into the CA. One apiece. I'm actually interested in this game. I'm telling you, I didn't think he'd be able to like be this close because of just the anti-Karen tech that Takamura has, you know?
Well, it's come a long way. I think, you know, if they played this match a year ago, you might have seen that kind of game. But, you know, One Step Laird, oh my God, it went behind this time. Good block. That is a nasty scenario off the anti-air. Takamura's got to be careful where he puts that trade. Yeah, the hit stun on that medium. So good. Catches him trying to do the V-shift.
Oh, he didn't want that.
Combo.
Yeah, no, he didn't want that. I think he wanted the back fist.
He wakes up with a stand medium. And now Takamura's in the corner.
Oh boy, it's a game to keep the
Oh,
corner.
too close.
And we're looking
He's
at
got the
stun
EX.
here. Is he going to risk the activation? No, he techs instead.
Just distraction too early with that back heavy.
Yeah, he needs to, like, he's resorting to that off-stun way too many times. He's become ultimately predictable. He needs to change up his tactic on defense very quickly, Takamura.
Takamura in big trouble here. Team Wild Blast in big trouble here. It is beautiful whip punish. Game point here. Oh, doesn't get the punish. No sweep. Takamura falling apart.
Oh, gets it. Delayed crouch medium into the Tatsu.
Good back dash out.
This is an EX fireball to gain some space. Jumps out, back to the mid-screen here. One step Laird. He needs like one fierce or maybe another whip punish. Gonna be fine.
Oh, he had the counter hit. Huge damage left on the table. Such a good situation there for One Step Laird. Catches him trying to press buttons. And a punish the back dash. That's beautiful.
And he
went
missed
up with
it.
it. Side switch.
Yeah,
No, it didn't work.
You know what? I
Oh,
think
he
he's a
tried
bit
to
too
tech.
late. Right, is One Step Laird going to do it? Is he going to try and V-shift?
Reversal
What are you
for
going
the
to do?
game. Didn't. He would have worked.
That's
No, he gets him. And Takamura unable to get the victory. One Step Laird turning it all the way around. And Reason Gaming getting the first battle of this match. What a result here. The first game going to them. Fantastic play for One Step Laird and Reason Gaming.
Tough battle there for One Step Laird. Yeah, does his signature rise up pose, taking game one
Huge
for
relief for
Team
him as well.
Reason. And again, it's part of the objective. You need to collect those points. Good game, no, legit, good games between those guys, but you mentioned it during the time we were commentating. Takamura is just slowly falling apart, especially after he tried to with Punisher medium again, but he done it a bit too early. And One Step Laird's
Well, it
medium
might have been
won
One
them.
Step Laird putting a little, maybe he's aware of that and puts a tiny little delay in his stand medium. I don't know. There's loads of meta games you can't see. The naked eye can't see some of these things. But in general, One Step Laird just grew in confidence as that set went on. And you know what? I spoke to him yesterday. He asked for like advice as to how he can like get the nerves out and just play. One of the biggest challenges you have in these offline environments is just playing like yourself.
Yeah.
It's just playing, you know, free of pressure and just, or absorbing the pressure and still playing like that. He did not play like himself against Problem X last time we saw him play. So great to see him this week performing more like himself.
All right, this is what the match is looking like right now. 10 points to the away team, Team Reason. Game one goes to One Step Later. Now we got to transition over to game two, Shivs and the Minat. This is the big question. Do they send out Momi?
Listen, I think that was a really huge win there for Reason Gaming. Because this is one of the tricky, I mean, the next two are very tricky for Wild Blast to deal with. So they got to find some kind of option here for Minat. I mean, you say Momi, but I've seen that match go really poorly for Cammy. But then at the same time, what's the better option on their team? Do we get the Ryu? Or
I mean, you know what? We're going to find out. I need to hand it to Logan. Logan, try and draw out some entertainment for us because this next game is going to be amazing. All to you.
It's definitely a big one. Reason with the big opening win, and Shivs is stepping up for the second game. Bro, he must be so pleased with that start.
Yeah, absolutely. One picked himself up after the Problem X game, dusted himself off, and he came back with a really good performance against Takamura, who's no slouch himself. Absolutely fantastic player.
Absolutely, man. Looking in great form. You're going to be going with Minat as your opening pick. And, you know, looking across there again, there's still three very, very strong players. Who's the toughest, you think, for you and your character out there?
Undoubtedly Momi. I think the other two, they're good players and stuff, but Momi, for me, is on another level to them. Yeah.
What's your record against him? Have you played him much?
You know what? Momi and I kind of similar in terms of we don't play all that much in tournaments and stuff. We really don't run into each other, but we grind a lot together. And I think we're very back and forth when we play.
Well, we'll find out whether that is going to be the opponent you face. If Wild Blast can please send up their next player, and it is Momi stepping up to do the work. Momi, man, obviously the season is not going as you guys want it so far, but you've only played 2 matches so far. This is only your 3rd match, so it could all turn around quite easily. Takamura not getting you guys the best start, but you've got a very talented squad. You still got belief that you guys can pull through.
Today is starting bad, but I actually believe in my team. I think we can pull through if we play our best. Takamura made a couple mistakes, but I'm sure he will play better the next time he plays.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you confirm which character that you are going to be opening up with?
Cammy.
Cammy locked in. Okay, thank you very much. So we have Shivs with Minat. We have got Momi with Cammy. That is going to be our next match coming up. If you guys can sit down, please, for our second game. Thank you very much. Right, now that we have that locked in, Wild Blast are definitely on the ropes here. Their second game, there's all to play for. They need these 10 points. Let's see what F-Word and Jammers have to say.
Thank you very much. Moving on to that second game. I actually thought Shivs would have played the best of 5, but they've got him here for game
It wouldn't have been a bad choice. But you know what? It's probably confidence as well. I mean, Soundboy sounds extremely confident. Even when he didn't play Anchor, he sounded extremely confident. Shivs was a bit more 50-50. When he played Anchor, he got it done, but there was some shakiness there. And even he was upset with himself that they didn't get a 30-10. Instead, they ended up with a 25-20. So, yeah, I mean, the bad news for Team Wild Blast is, in my opinion, very hard to do, but this is the one match where they might have had some small chance of doing a clean sweep and get themselves 40 points. Yeah. That's out the window now. Because if you look at the head-to-head in these teams, it can go either way. Yeah. With a bit of luck, they get 3 wins, boom, 40 points. 40 points is out the window now. Only reason Gaming can get 40 points now, but there's still 30 points up for grabs. And this next match is huge because it keeps them with an opportunity to get those 30 points.
Well, we got Momi on our screens right now. I believe, I'm not mistaken, Momi is the player that accumulated the points they only have. They don't have any other points.
He's the only player to get a win for the team so far.
That was against Veggie, I believe, a couple episodes back. So yeah, he's the one who earned the 10 points. Maybe he might be able to do it then. Maybe he might be the real talisman of Team Wild Blast. But Shivs has had a topsy-turvy time, I've got to say, man. Win rate with 50% there, but he's looking to change that immediately. Now, on paper, I do feel Cammy does take this slightly against Manat, but Manat, she's got some tools to work with, and obviously Cammy's been toned down as well. Damage output is significantly more effective now because of her health reduction as well, but they both got low health and low stun, to be honest with you. So let's see. Big question is, how does Momi deal with the V-trigger?
I mean, the margin for error has decreased significantly for Cammy as well. Yeah, you got to be careful. There's no reliable answer. What is that? Is he gone with? No, but wasn't he locked into? Did we see that at the start?
He should be. Yeah, he said Cammy and he said Manat. So they have to start this game.
Good. I saw an image.
Yeah,
of a character in the distance. So
that is Cammy for that. Yeah. Nice,
okay, makes sense.
And I like the little jab checks, the whiff jabs there from Manat, because it preps you for the jump. It stops the dash and it presses you for the jump.
You can press it and you can still anti-air.
Yeah. Good at the start at the moment.
Oh, base out the anti-air.
Do you know what? He's been very good at doing that. He used the light cannon strike as a way to bait all the anti-airs and then get the whip punish afterwards. But right now, Shivs is starting off exceptionally strong.
Good start from Shivs. Oh, he tried to whiff punish that with activation just a bit too late.
Oh, okay, no meter, so he couldn't get the counter hit confirmed into EX Soul Sphere.
Which is very good right now with Shivs. Gotta be careful doing that. Nice air to air.
Oh, gets hit with the roundhouse. The
oh, so starting to press buttons.
Yeah.
Jump jab. That's a good answer. Really solid first round there from Shivyukin. Covering all options there.
Yeah, now that is how the matchup, that's part of the matchup aspect of it, of course.
That bait.
He's very good at doing that, Momi. There it is. Switching up his dive kick time is absolutely fantastic. It's one of his best traits as a Cammy player.
Yeah, that corner maximum damage is cannon strike. Oh, doesn't get to go for the confirm. Nice anti-air activation. Here we go. Delayed jump back. Gets caught in the air. Doesn't want to deal with this. Oh, he doesn't want to deal with it at all.
Immediate reversal, but by giving up that meter, you've got to deal with this.
And the V-reversal, yeah, his strategy is clearly to just evade at all costs. He's mitigated quite well there, but that's more to Shivyukin not being aware of the options or being ready for them more so than patience from Momi.
The top orb saved him by allowed to throw out that regular Soul Sphere.
Oh, it catches them every time. The V-skill 2.
But man, that frame trap is good. Crouch meter kick into V-skill 2, because you think you can press buttons because it's minus on block, but nah, get cross countered or just get hit in general.
It's too high. Well turn taken there by Shivs. The meter's gone already.
All right, spent the bar on the Soul Sphere, retracts the orb, but again, Momi looking to bait. I'm going to get a clean jump in, uses the hooligan.
Yeah, if that was a normal, that would have been too high, would have been punished. The back throw is a massive gain in real estate. Double dashes in to keep the pressure on with that orb. Tries to jump back, gets caught by the hooligan. Went for the throw bait.
Crouch fierce.
Tries to do the overhead, doesn't work. Walks underneath, that was disgusting. Oh, where is she? Momi gets a lot of sequence there. He's going to be able to kill here. I don't think so.
Nah, not yet. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a wake up CA before anything, but he tried a wake up button
with the medium punch. Great choice. That button comes down nice and early. Catches the crouch fierce. And Momi gets the first battle. But we saw this happen earlier. Takamura taking the first battle against One Step Led. It means absolutely nothing until it's done. Well, actually, it does mean a little something because there is round differentiation.
Yeah, well, they had to do that because obviously the top two teams having points that are tantamount to one another. But again, going into Battle 2 here in Game 2. Oh, clean dive kick from the hooligan right off the bat. Go for the meaty jab. And again, F with the dive kick paying dividend.
This is a great start from Momi. Shiv's in big trouble here. This pick's looking like it's going to come out here.
Sweep back,
no punish on the sweep.
Yeah,
missed this dive kick. Little moments like that could be what cost you. Again, no respect for the setups. Straight for the reversal.
Is he going to do it again or is he going to leave it? So he's going to leave it now.
Only 2 orbs left now. And a jab check. Catches him with a counter hit into the crouch medium.
Shivs, I can see his player cam. He looks absolutely perplexed at all these defensive choices that Momi's doing, but they're working out.
Sick anti-air.
Next heavy Soul Sphere. Almost got the whip punish
safe.
there.
He actually went for a button.
And
Oh, again, it's so hard to reliably anti-air. Doing the short dive kick has been the best option for Momi so far. Again, the dive kick goes in. Those air to airs he was using earlier just depleted. He's not got them anymore. Shivs in big trouble in the corner. Oh, he baits out a crouch like it with that crouch fierce. That is disgusting play from Momi. He's got the momentum out the corner.
Yeah, splurges the Vemia right now. Stuns racking up. If you can get one shimmy from this situation, that's it, everyone.
Danger. Oh, he stunned the hooligan. He stood up to try and stand block the dive kick. It wasn't a dive kick. It was the hooligan throw. And Momi, again, the savior for Team Wild Blast, giving them some redemption, giving them points, much needed points. 10 secured here against Shivs. And now one apiece, one battle apiece in this oh so important clash of the bottom table, Janners.
See, for all we know, Momi could have been setting things up for that specific moment. He was just abusing the dive kick, using it to bait Shivs into anti-airing. He clipped him a lot of times because Shivs reacted too late, and then right at the death, what did he do? Hooligan, I'll grab you because you've been conditioned enough to stand up. So this grab is almost guaranteed for me to close it out. But again, I feel Momi's the whole form is temporary, class is permanent, right? After the first game, a little bit jittery, but then once he gets a win or a round or something, he just like moves along, and then he's able to you know, pay dividends to his team and help in the long run, and that's what he's done here in game 2.
On that evidence, because that got harder as it went on. I know it can go back and forth, as Shiv said, but clearly in tournament, Momi just a different kind of animal. On that evidence, putting Soundboy as anchor seemed to be a wise choice, because here he is now to try and close this out for his team. He's going to get counterpicked. They have MDC Jimmies. They have Vega Patch. Who's it going to be, Janice?
It's going to be interesting, right? Because like I said before, just to recite the same lines, Soundboy has an abundance of experience against Fang in MQS, right? They were training partners for a very, very long time, and they're on the same team now. Jimmy uses Ryu, and the vast majority of high-level play in Europe can counter Ryu like that. And Cody's V-Skill 2 does an exceptional job. I can't help but feel there might be an impromptu strategy change because Momi has acquired another 10 points for Team Wild Blast. It could have been Jimmy for the best of 5, but now they might go, you know what, Vega Patch, you step up, take the chances. I don't know, but at the end of the day, 20 points is a big deal for anybody.
I agree. Well, let's go over to Logan and find out what Team Wild Blast response is. This is the decider. Who's going to take this match?
Thanks very much, Effort. I'm here with Soundboy, who is in that anchor position. So this is going to be the deciding game. 20 points on the line. You are poised at 10-10. You know how much this means to Wild Blast. They have not got a win on the table. They've just doubled their points total for the season so far. So this is very important for them, but it's equally as important for you guys because you are just outside of that playoff spot. You've put yourself in this anchor position. You said last time when you went up against Mouse that you fear no one. So I know you're going to be confident going into it, but who are you expecting to see across the screen from you?
I think it'll be Vega Patch. I think out of the matchups that are there, I think, especially the ones that are left, it's going to be Vega Patch. I think it's their strongest bet to secure the 30 points for this one, which we both need. So I think they're going to play their best odds to get the 30 points.
You got the Cody there. How are you going to get around the obstacle course that is Fang?
Well, luckily we have a Fang, so I've had a lot of experience. I've played MQS for many years, so I know Cody's options, and I think the matchup's okay. There's always the chance that you can, get mixed and whatnot, but I think I'm prepared as best as I can, so I'll give it my best shot.
Absolutely. We know how hard Reason prepare. You've got MQS there. He's got the notes. He's been obviously working so hard with you guys collectively in terms of building strategy, and hopefully you're able to execute it here. But Wild Blast are definitely going to have something to say about that. So if you can send up your fucking already. See, you're giving it away too early, guys. You're there, like, clutching your controllers, all jumping out your seat. I know you're eager, but, come on, we've got a bit of showmanship. That's what we want. Hopefully you get the showmanship in the game instead, though. So, Vega Patch, you're stepping up. How do you feel about the fact that, you're going into this matchup, but they have so much Fang experience on their team?
Well, like NQS knows, everyone that has trained with one of us to fight the other gets destroyed every time. So I don't know why he thinks that.
Is that going to happen again today?
No, I'm gonna do well. I'm confident against Cody. We know each other relatively okay for CFN, but I think I got this.
You are the only two teams that have yet to play a third game, and obviously your position in the leaderboard is very low. Because of that, how important is it for you guys to start off the winning trail now. You've had no wins, only 10 points. You've just doubled that today to 20, but you're still down there at the bottom of the leaderboard if you don't get this 20 now. How much pressure do you feel?
Well, it can be that Momi is the only one gaining points for us. I have to beat him. It can be that way. I have to get more points for the team than him.
You feeling any pressure because of that, or?
Nah.
Okay. Get set up. I love that. Nice and comfortable. I know Samboy's comfortable, so a lovely bit of sportsmanship also. As we go into our third and which will ultimately be deciding game of this match, it's Reason against Wild Blast. Soundboy with the Cody, and it's going to be Vega Patch with the Fang. Let's see what F-Word and Jammers think about that.
That's the pick that makes sense, Jammers. It is Vega Patch going up, and boy, does he seem confident. We've got to remember that despite the fact he's on one of the less, ranked teams here in terms of notoriety and individual achievements, him as an individual, he's been in these environments. He's faced Daigo on stage in the big shows, and he's played like himself. He's got the big wins against the best players in the world. He's been on the Street Fighter League before as well, so it makes sense that he feels this comfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like, not many people may know it at home or respect him or regard him as this kind of person, but Vega Patch actually has some of the most big experience in SF5 within the European region, because he has been traveling around. He's been in the previous season for Street Fighter League in the US. He's been around the block, so he knows what's up. And again, everything's going to be boiled down to how well will Soundboy be able to execute the game plan and stick to the matchup knowledge he's accumulated over the years training with MQS? That's my million-dollar question that we got to keep out for. I mean,
well, it's like he said, though. I mean, training against one sets you up for failure against the other, potentially. But they have played each other on CFN. I'm guessing from the confidence, there's a slight edge in Vega Patch's results when they play. Regardless of that, I can see confidence in Soundboy's eyes, and he knows he can win this matchup.
See, I'm going to tell you a luxury that the viewers have at home. I wish we could really hear MQS right now.
Oh, man.
We'd have loved to hear MQS in Soundboy's ears as he's trying to play.
Against his character.
Yeah, but this is a big deal. But yeah, you can see Soundboy on your screen right now.
Very different Fangs, though. Extremely different Fangs. Both very highly ranked. Of course, Vega Patch the more established by some distance, but MQS no slouch either. But yeah, that can throw you off when one is so different from the other.
The thing is, I feel Vega Patch is more evasive, more elusive than MQS is. MQS is highly aggressive, and he makes it work. But with Vega Patch wants to literally mentally debilitate you, slowly deplete the life bar with the V skill 1, and then get his hit and run with the V shift break as well, because now V shift break allows Fang to actually do something defensively into a hit. So it's all there. It's all there to play for. 20 points is on the line here for both these players. It is going to be a table turner for sure. As these guys get ready, of course. Potentially, oh no, it is the last match, sorry. It is the final match for Team Wild Blast and Team Reason. These guys are doing the work. And I feel every hit is going to be more impactful now, especially under these conditions. Wouldn't you agree?
That's a really good point, Jammers. Every fraction, every frame means that much more. I mean, this has come now to what is essentially a tie-break game between Vega Patch and Soundboy, and the loser of this is going to be in one hell of an uphill situation in terms of the table.
All right, let's see how the round start goes. It looks like Soundboy's gone for V-Trigger 2 in this matchup instead of V-Trigger 1.
Oh, you know Soundboy's a V-Trigger 2 player, man. He loves it.
Yeah, he's been learning the knife recently, as we said before, but yeah, I can see why he'll stick with V-Trigger 2.
I actually like it for this matchup anyway, because if you're guessing right against Fang, he is susceptible to throws.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right now, off to a patient start here. He's actually done more damage via the V skill than Soundboy's done via chip of Tornado Sweep, so. It's right under.
Oh, wow, that worked out.
It almost could have been his demise.
What a choice.
That's a very good answer to Ryu Bender. Yeah, that looks very consistent as well. Even the trade.
Look at these, yeah, great trade. Goes over to Ryu Bender as well.
Crouch,
wow, just
lovely.
Straight ruffian low.
That's a counter hit as well, so Vega Patch tried to do something.
Man, Soundboy's got so many answers. Oh, wow, he should have just blocked in the cloud with a hit, but he got a counter hit trying to press something.
All right, he's just going to wait here. EX Tornado Sweep to cover the approach, make it safe.
It's a great start from Soundboy. Tries to duck underneath that, but too slow. Activates up, jump back jab to evade the pressure. Oh, he shift out. Beautiful trade with the Projectile and Soundboy with a very comfortable first round here in this first battle.
So what, he used medium ruffian kick, light ruffian kick, tornado sweep against the Nishikyus at a very close proximity as well. It worked out. Worked out really well. I like his backdashing as well to readjust his spacing. Soundboy.
Yeah.
Big damage coming in right now.
Bad anti-air choice, gets completely clattered by the jump medium kick.
All right, backs
Look
off,
at that
yes.
evasion. Such a good backdash. One of the best backdashes in the game. So evasive.
Probably
Only engaging on his terms so far is Soundboy.
Yeah, he's probably looking to do a medium ruffian kick again against some sort of special.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
there you
it.
go. He tried, but the count crashes in.
Oh, beautiful reaction. Catches him trying to run away.
Here we go, so Toja gets the jab to stop the cross-up. We go back to the neutral again.
That hurts. In the corner too.
Gets one throw. Gets
And
two
again,
throws.
Vegapatch in a bit of trouble here.
I say to air, watch
Loving
out.
the anti-air choices with punish. This is it. He takes it. The meaty jab connects, and an absolutely perfect game plan executed in that first battle from Soundboy. Very impressed with the way he locked down Vegapatch. I didn't really remember a scenario where Vegapatch got his game going, despite the life he was able to take off Vegapatch in that second round, off Soundboy in that second round.
100%. Under different circumstances, I definitely would have taken a 1-1 with these two. Because the way, listen, the way he played that 1-1 with that game plan, that wasn't even sporadic. That was solid. Right?
Very solid. Very solid. Very evasive. Yeah. Very ready for anything fraudulent. Using the answers in neutral. Punishing the coward crouch when he saw it. I mean, he said he knows the matchup, and boy, oh boy, is he demonstrating that.
I believe someone when they say that, you know. All right. Gets the Senpakuga into the follow-up. He's not got a V-reversal just yet. He's
Look
probably
at that
going
walk
to firm
forward block. So clever. Get rid of the cloud while you can. Tries to jump out. This undercrouch medium anti-cross stops.
That anti-air is absolutely phenomenal.
Plus infinity there on that charged up EX.
All right, puts down the poison cloud again, goes back, tries to slide under. The slide under has been like 50-50 for Vegapatch. He needs to be careful of a clean jump in there from Soundboy soon. Good feed shift break.
Best round so far from Vegapatch. So far, I say, though. Commentator's curse will kick in any moment now.
Well, he's got no Zonk Knuckle yet, but he's built the meter for it now.
Again, ready for the cloud. Punishes the punish. Oh, look at his turnaround. Awareness is what got him here. EX out of there straight away. Good choice there from Vegapatch.
He's not in range to do a sweep activate, but he's probably looking for it. There it is. And he dropped the fierce. Needed that stand fierce F1.
And he's left Soundboy in this. The only good thing is he spent his V-trigger.
Oh, no punish. No,
oh, no.
He's missing his buttons. That's
he's dead. Oh my goodness. Huge error from Vegapatch. Pressing buttons too early. Had the kill, didn't take it. And Soundboy halfway there. Starts the round with a ruffian.
Oh yeah, abuse the medium ruffian like he's up against Abigail. I'd do that just for a little while. Ooh, the
big
whiff
whiff punish.
People need to be doing that more, man. With punishing Satoja is not impossible.
Soundboy playing so clean. I mean, he's not even relying on the V-trigger at all. He is V-shifting at will.
Oh.
Again, ready.
If he sees any sort of poison action at all, poison activity.
Juggle there, wasn't ready to juggle it though. Vegapatch really struggling to get anything going. Too far.
Let's see what he does now. Good dash
forward underneath this time. The awareness has been blinding.
That looked like a haphazard forward dash, but that looked scripted in Soundboy's eyes. Can he get like a maybe just an EX tornado sweep? And he delayed it long enough to avoid the Zonk Knuckle. He needs to come back, F1.
Oh, he hesitated.
I think he's trying to jump. What's it going to be? Good V reversal.
Good choice. Pluser de pluser.
Firms his ground.
He's got to be careful with cloud and projectiles.
Yeah, he can't do
what a big whiff. Why?
And even Soundboy said, look.
I whiff punished that. Says Soundboy, how dare you whiff those buttons in front of me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
And you know what's insane?
I whiff punish those laddie.
I'll tell you what's insane about that, right? That's when I really know someone knows the matchup. When you got like 2% health left, it's like, what are you looking for to try and whiff punch, to try and combat? And he did that, but man, that round in that battle there was so clutch.
This is a tremendously bad situation for Team Wild Blast.
He said he got this. There's still time.
Yes. Oh my goodness, you're kidding me.
That wouldn't have worked if he didn't press roundhouse.
Exactly, he should have done the empty jump. Yeah, he's had to get out of there. V-trigger's gone though.
All right, going to do the coward crouch, has to apply the pressure. Make sure it's continuous, make sure it's relentless.
Ooh. Wow.
Take that any day of the week for a tech.
Oh, that was disgusting. He tried to press a button.
so dirty. Forward throw. Is he going to try and catch with the Ixta
Still in
Soldier?
this though. We're going to see free trigger for the first time.
Hold on. Sweep activate maybe? He was looking for it.
The X maybe to do it.
The thing is, what is Vega Patch going to do right now?
Nice.
Gets clipped. That's not dead.
Yeah, he can't trade right now. This time he doesn't whip it. Here comes the activation.
Bad,
Oh, he's on the hit.
He's dead.
Oh my goodness, he's dead. Oh my goodness. Match point. Reason Gaming.
For somebody with a slippery playstyle, he's letting this round slip through his fingers, F-word.
Man, Soundboy has just been... I mean, why is this guy not anchored for Reason already?
Well,
playing with this kind of confidence, it's awareness and readiness, not affected by the stage or the big lights at all. 75 euros on the line. You can forgive the guy for cracking. How often has he been offline?
oh, just about missed the ruffian kicking it with. Vega Patch wasn't ready for the whip punish, and he's going for the counter crouch tactic again. But now we are back to the neutral, where Soundboy has been dominating.
Soundboy looks so solid. I mean, it's just been catch-up every round for Vega Patch.
All right, -2. Again, Vega Patch looks lost.
Okay, first error I've seen, really, from Soundboy in the set.
Gets a forward throw. Air to
Nice.
air. Oh, wow.
Oh!
That looked ambiguous, and he couldn't get Adisha. Great punish.
He's in the corner, though. That trying to get out, gets the juggle. This is bad. The positional loss is huge.
Dude, he backsays.
Oh, beautiful
well
choice.
timed. Well timed.
Activation, extend. He can't kill
Too
Header.
much scaling.
Still alive. Instant overhead opportunity. Oh my god!
Oh, that would have been it. F-word, he's still got
He
V-trigger.
can't be overzealous. That's what cost him last time.
He's not gonna be.
Oh, what? Soundboy just walked into it.
That was crazy, right? That counter crouch was so well timed, because if that was a level 2, he was finished. He was literally finished. Vega Patch put his life on the line there. The Team Wild Blast.
I love the anti-air choices have been absolutely perfect. But that coward crouch for anticipation, such a good answer. Finally starting to get some mileage from it.
Well,
resets the pressure.
Soundboy's getting a bit antsy.
The dash in.
He's starting to
Gets the
resort
counter
to
hit.
these sound EX Zonk Knuckles a lot.
Oh, kept it tight. He knew he was going to try and get away. Finally, we're going to see the V-Trigger 2 in action. Oh, we thought it was a V-shift. It wasn't.
Counter crouch again. Yeah, he's so conscious. He's so vigilant towards the EX Zonk Knuckle. Soundboy has to pick up on that. Go back to the light ruffian.
Light ruffian, I was going to say. Where's that light ruffian gone? Big whiff. Oh, no, a punish. Huge opportunity. And he's got a V-Trigger as well. What's it going to be?
Dude, that did
the
like
rock.
350.
Oh, my
He's not
goodness.
done yet.
One more guess. Oh, Soundboy's done it. Reason Gaming. And the pop-off from MQS. And the horror story continues for Team Wild Blast as Reason Gaming get the 30 points, winning 3-1 here. And I must say, an MVP performance from Soundboy. Absolutely light years ahead of his experience and time. I mean, of the two, the tournament experience goes by miles to Vega Patch, but you wouldn't have guessed that looking at the way that match played out.
Dude, that was world class. That was masterclass. If you want to know how to play the Cody Fang matchup from a Cody player's perspective, well, please re-record that. Take the notes. Write it down, because again, Vega Patch had a couple of answers, but then they started turning into preemptive situations, and you've been baited, you've been goaded into doing something you don't want to do. But ultimately, those ruffian kicks were doing a huge amount of work in that matchup.
Yes,
fantastic stuff.
Tremendous amount of work. Brilliant stuff. Very impressive. I mean, not only to execute the matchup the way he did, and this is not for me. I don't want to discredit him in any way. I don't want to sound too surprised, because we know Soundboy is an amazing player. But you know, in contrast to the first game we saw, for example, of One Step Laird versus Problem X, we saw One Step Laird not play like himself at all. You know, it's not easy. The lights are on you. The money's on the line. Your team is relying on you here. I mean, I've said this before, guys. Team tournaments are not like 1v1. The pressure is a totally different kind of pressure you feel when you've got your teammates behind you, hoping that you can get that victory for them. And it clearly has had an effect on a few players, but it's not affected. If anything, Soundboy looks even stronger with that pressure. I mean, this guy should be anchoring every week from the looks of this.
I can't say this week was the exception, because he's got the Fang specialist behind him, probably carping in his ear, saying, listen, if you don't win this, you're not going to play next week. That's some managerial tactic. That's it. And that's what you want to do, right? And let that be a message to everybody else, right? Because again, if Soundboy plays Anchor and goes up against a Karen, or goes up against Rikmans, Barnet, Manat, or something like that, it's like, okay, he's got the personal teammates, the coach in his ear to go, listen, you are going to be fine here, and exhibit that really well. But we're going to have to hand it back over to Logan Summer so he can talk to Vega Patch as to why he hasn't got this.
Thanks very much. And for the first time, I'm actually going to talk to the losing team, because I think at the moment, Wild Blast are in a bit of a crisis. 3 games in, only 20 points on the board now. And, you know, things are not firing well for you. Takamura not able to get the wins yourself. Lots of errors in that game. Momi's getting the job done, but as a team, you're not working together. Like, do you feel that pressure? Do you feel like things are falling apart? How are you going to get it back together?
Well, especially me being the captain and taking on the job of the 20 points match, it feels really bad. I played really bad. He played really well. I noticed he knew a bunch of stuff. I could have countered them, but it was a mix of me messing it up and things not working out. Like EX Cloud, EX song, bingo. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We are not playing at our level, basically, when we are on the
Why
stage.
is that? Why are you guys not performing? Because we've got so much talent. I look at this stand, I look at your roster, and you've got, you know, some of the brightest talents in the continent. What's not coming together?
I don't know. I think it's a mix of maybe not have been able to train as well as together as maybe the other teams, because each one of us is from a different country. I think that has been important, but the most important thing is just that sometimes this happens. Things don't work out as they should, but the league is still really long.
Yeah.
We are going to try to get points elsewhere. And that's basically it. We have to keep playing because it's only week 3 or 4.
It's that was your third match, so you still have
our third week.
still have 7 matches to go. So there's a lot of opportunity for you guys to bring it together. I know you're going to go away. You're obviously going to have to get together as a team, work very hard, and try and just grind these results out, grind these points out. Because as we've seen from Team Geo, you don't necessarily need wins to get the points, but you need to be getting those points from the game wins at least as well if you're not winning the matches. So thank you very much for talking to me. I know it's obviously difficult talking after a hard loss as well. I want to take this microphone back and send you off to your team so you can talk about what we just saw. We just saw a great match there. And all props to Sandboy for coming through in that third and final game and getting the result for Reason Gaming, which pushes them back up the leaderboard now. What a great start to this week 5. We've got another sensational match coming up between Mouse and Zero Nation. That is going to be an absolute barn burner. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back on the other side for match 2 here at week 5. It's Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. Welcome back to Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022. I hope you enjoyed that short break after the incredible action between Reason and Wild Blast, that final game between Soundboy, Vega Patch. Incredible action, but we've got even more action to come as we move into match 2, and it is certainly higher up the leaderboard battle. Mouse Sports were just edged out of that #1 spot in the leaderboard as BMS pushed past them with a higher positive round and battle differential, but they're going to be looking to reclaim that place as they go up against 0-0 Nation, two incredibly informed teams that have hit a couple of speed bumps. They're going to collide right now in our second match of the day. So let us welcome in, first of all, our away team, 0-0 Nation. 0-0 Nation stepping into the arena once more. Phenom looking almost unstoppable until he fell to Mr. Crimson last match. We got Veggie, Rikmans, Barnett, and Dr. Goodlag as well on the lineup. We're going to find out exactly how that lineup looks for this forthcoming match. But before then, we need to welcome in our home team out of the UK, led by Captain Problem X. It is Mouse Sports. Stepping into the arena with purpose, Problem X, Broski, Shax, and the 4 Phils looking to get the job done. One of the strongest rosters here. But all of these 6 teams involved in Street Fighter League Pro Europe have incredible depth, and we're going to test that right now because we need to find out what the 0-0 Nation lineup looks like for this match. We have got Phenom, Rikmans, Barnett, Dr. Goodlag, Veggie there ready to go. We already have that lineup submitted, so it is about time to hand it over to Jammers and to F-Word as we find out exactly which players and which characters 0-0 Nation are going to be going with.
Tough previous matches for both of these teams in the last week. Now they have a chance to rectify that. Unfortunately, one of them is going to go 2 losses in a row. You don't want to be that team if you can. Listen, I know you got your theories about this. Let's see the order. And Jammers, let me know what you think about the order and how Mouse can counter this.
Oh.
Okay, Rikmans Barnett first. I was thinking that was the interesting one for me. Did they put Veggie first? Or did they put Rikmans Barnett first? Rikmans Barnett's gone first. And then you got Veggie second with the birdie, of course. And then Phenom, as expected, is going to be last. And he's submitting Luke specifically for this one.
I'll try and keep this succinct. So Rikmans Barnett is here. It's going to be interesting because Rikman could go up against Problem X. That's a potential fixture. But maybe Problem might avoid that because it's only 10 points. He's got to look long term. So it's going to be interesting to see the put against Rikman. I do feel Veggie's going to struggle in this fixture as a whole because I think all the characters he's going up against, he doesn't have a good track record. I could be wrong. I have to double check with him. Phenom being at the back, no surprise. The contingency plan is now plan A, as we said in previous episodes. So that'll be what's going to be happening with him. But
listen, it's interesting for me because unlike the last few matches, sorry to interject there, there's no hard counter for Phenom on Team Mouse's team.
You're right.
I mean, I've seen everyone on Team Mouse's team have success against Phenom, but I've also seen Phenom have very good success on everyone on Mouse's team. So character-wise as well, they don't have a hard counter for Luke either.
If we're going by Phenom's social media, he's not really fond of Oro. I would take my chances before Phils with Falk as well.
You know what's interesting for me? Before we hand over and find out what they're going to do, I got a feeling, okay, I don't have a feeling, I actually heard Team Mouse conferring, there may be a surprise in the selection of players they choose to respond here. But look, we don't have the answer. Logan is on the stage with the players, and we're going to find out who's going to be playing first very shortly. Logan, take it away.
That's right. F-Word will be selling team secrets. You can hit him up on Twitter at F_word_FGC. and he'll give you all of the lineups in advance, I'm sure, for a price. Rikmans Barnet, so let me know what your thoughts are here, because it seems like Phenom is a lock for that anchor spot, playing for 20 points every time. You know, he's been very consistent with that. 45 points out of 3 matches. Very, very solid performance from him. And then we're kind of interchanging the opening games for you. So in terms of putting you up first and trying to draw out a player from Mouse Sports, what's the thought process here? Who are you hoping to pull out?
Basically, we have a theory that either they're going to put Phils last or Problem last. And I think if they're going to put Phils last, they're going to put Problem versus me. So that's basically the thought process behind the first pick here. We're going to see if they're going to go Problem versus me, Shax, maybe Phils. We're going to have to see.
Well, they have got a very deep squad, and they've got a lot of players that with access to characters that can do quite well against Manat. You've locked in for Manat as well, so that's confirmed. Are you playing to kind of eat one of their players as a loss, or are you expecting to get the 10 points as well?
Play for a loss, always play for a win.
I love that. Love that. He's playing for a win. Playing for a win on Mouse Sports. We're going to find out which player it is they're going to send forward in this first game. Who is it going to be? And Shaq steps up. I like this because he's not carrying his controller. He didn't give it away. It was a surprise for all of us, and that's the kind of showmanship we like. All right, Shax, we haven't seen you as often for Mouse Sports. It's obviously the 4th game now for the team that you're going to be appearing in. Sorry, the 4th match. You're kind of like the pinch hitter. They bring you in to do a job. What's your job here? Or which character are you going to be using?
So I'm going to be playing Luke versus Manat, because I played a lot in that matchup versus Shivs. You know, he's one of my training partners, so I'm definitely experienced in that matchup.
Absolutely. You're going head to head with Rikmans Barnet. Do you have a lot of experience against him online?
Yeah, we have played quite a few times in Saltmine League online, so we know each other pretty well.
All right, you've got the matchup experience, you've got the player experience. Let's see if you can execute that here in our first game. It is going to be Rikmans Barnet with Manat up against Shax using Luke. Let's get set up, and we're going to throw it over to F-Word and Jammers for their input on this one.
Luke going up against Manat. Shaq's going up against Rikmans. Now, the player lineup actually here isn't a surprise, because I think any one of them can give Rikmans Barnet a run for his money. Yeah. It's just obviously it differs from character to character.
Data we don't have, right, Jammers? I mean, I'm not aware of that. How much? Obviously, I know Shivs and Shax are pretty good friends. I know they play together. Didn't factor in my head that he uses Luke against him though.
I just wasn't. I wasn't expecting him to commit to Luke. I thought he would have tried to, quote unquote, rob him with Laura, or maybe just tried the Cammy. But probably he'd seen previous exchanges between them and said, I'm not going to try Cammy. Just go forward with Luke. Rikmans Barnet actually does dabble with Luke as well, but that's kind of essential at this point in the lifespan of Street Fighter 5. You all need to be dabbling with Luke, and his theory was, I understand his line of thinking to try to draw out Problem X, but like I said before, to reiterate, it's 10 points here.
Why would Problem opt for that matchup? It's not a matchup he's had too much success in. I know Bicycle Fighter, but it's been frustrating.
No, but the thing is, it's like he's got actually a very good track record against Rikmans Barnet in tournament play. So, all right, cool. All right. Any modeling companies out there you want to
get that man a fire modeling contract ASAP.
He's out there for grabs, a free agent. But yeah, I mean, Luke versus Manat, first to 2. I actually want to see how much matchup knowledge Shax is going to illustrate to us, because I actually haven't really seen him play Shivs. They've been online, but they've been online but not off the game.
It's the great thing about having friends that you can lab matches with. That experience of having Shivs, having them in that, whether it's on the same level or not, it's still valuable. There's little intricate things you can see. And we saw that in the last game we saw with Soundboy versus Veggie Patch. Okay, we're kicking off.
Okay, slides under already off to a quick start here. And Shax has got a decent loot, man, I gotta say. All right, here we go.
Don't you dare jump at me.
That's him in the corner there. Not looking good for Shax at the moment. Gonna fight from the corner, try to do back hard kick. Didn't work out.
Yeah, you're seeing these 2 very match-specific applications there. The sandblast in neutral, the back hard kick for the long range to try and catch a button and start up. Here comes the activation. There it is again. Runs into something though. Dash.
Delay tech. Oh, the three! And he's gonna cancel into the thermomonic blaster.
Buttons. Guess for game. Instant overhead it is. Instant overhead. I called it. He didn't see it coming.
Well done.
Such a good mix-up. Such a good option. And Rikmans Barnet takes the first round of this first battle.
Good call there from F-Word. All right, oh, trade combo, and he's going to spend the bar on the EX Salt Sophia. It's a dive kick, well-spaced Carmen kick.
Wow, ready for the anti-air this time with the reflect, but gets caught with the wake-up buttons. Try to double dash.
Good sweep. Lovely sweep, and he's getting the target combo.
Look at the stuns racking up. Well, that worked out. Too far to link. He's going to get plus dash here. Oh, he punished too early.
Yeah. Change. He hasn't charged up the V skill, the hard shot.
Big jump in.
All right, he just has to wait here. He's got to respect that. Oh,
he escapes the corner. Doesn't go for the combo, though.
That would have been the round there, F-Word.
The dash. Well tech, that's going to hurt. He's going to go to the Sunblast. Yes, the V-trigger too. Closes it out. Got away with a little bit of an error there, Shax. One round apiece here.
Damn, I wasn't expecting that last hit of the Rock Smasher to kill Manat, but again, she's got like 950 Vitality, so I shouldn't be surprised at the same time. But a frame trap with the heavy flash knuckle. Good walk back to catch the late tech there on the -2.
Yeah, nice play there from Rikmans Barnet. That slide, yeah, that was plus or 0.
All right,
nice and meaty.
Gets the throw, throws out the Light Soul Sophia, getting Shax to back away into the corner, charges up V-Skill 1. Now he's going to land it though.
Oh, why did he do that slide from so far away? Shax was ready to punish too. That's changed the momentum, that one mistake.
That was a good walk back there. He could have actually whip punished that throw there, Rikmans Barnet. He wasn't ready for the situation.
Another surprise dash, Shax going in here. Oh, he missed his meaty, that would have worked. Oh, he gets caught pressing the button, don't press buttons there, activation. Are we going to see a reset? Yes, we are.
That's it.
That's going to be the round. So good. Save to reversals. Just a simple jump to the other side, and you are in a mix-up situation. Rikmans Barnet takes it, and that miss of the meaty towards heavy kick is what cost him there towards the end of that first battle there, Jammers.
Yeah,
such an important execution error.
And that's what's pivotal, right? It's like it is almost automatic. There is a slight delay you have to do to make sure that the stand hard kick.
Oh, it's completely manual.
Frame,
yeah, no,
frame tight. Sorry, so it gets +1 on block for the frame advantage, but. It's a thing where if you mess it up, and some people will press buttons in that situation.
It would have been a counter hit because she actually woke up with light kick.
Yeah.
Nice whip punish. Might have just been doing it anyway. The orb was there to protect the sweep, but looked like a nice whip punish at the very least.
Oh, whip to throw again there, Shaq.
Rikmans Barnet, 67% win rate. So much about Phenom being spoken in these between these two teams. Rikman doing what he does. He's been phenomenal.
Look, he is the best player in Sweden for a reason, you know. Oh, try to get another throw there. Gets hit with a target combo from the medium punches. The tick grab. All right, gets the frame advantage. Beautiful string there.
Oh, he tried to move. He's giving him 3 damage there. One more reset. He's going to get a C8. Oh, he didn't get the link on the orb release.
Got the combos. Got to be careful.
Had the C8 there. That would have been the round.
All right, still got some B-trigger to work with here. Can let it replenish over time. Spends the bar. Don't necessarily agree with that.
Careful with those fireballs.
It will go that
got
far.
the CA.
At this range, it will, but...
Yeah, exactly. She was walking into the range, though.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. You can see Rikmans actually waiting for it. And so creates that space.
Trigger's gone. Oh, yeah, the fake sandblast there with stand medium. And again, got to watch out for the jump as well. EX to get in. Super's gone now. Tries to jump now. It's a bad choice. That is a dead Luke. Fantastic checkpoint play there from Rikmans Barnet. And he moves in to battle point.
Man, he beautifully set up that situation, and he actually gets the punish on the V-Skill 1 charge. It's a late back throw there from Rikman. Exceptional start here from 0-0 Nation. All right, gets the Oki off of the medium flash knuckle, try to catch it to late tech with the back hard kick.
Didn't come.
Full conversion. Woo!
Right, so rinses out the reach, tries to dash in though.
He's gonna get
punished.
Hit.
Yep, and gets the link.
That might be stunned.
Very close. Not quite. Instant overhead misses. Misses me though. Oh no! And it's not gone well for Shax here. Rikmans Barnet, phenomenal form in this season of the Street Fighter League Pro Europe continues as he takes out Shax 2-0 in that game. Listen, very important to get those battle points as well because there's round differentiation, there's battle differentiation. Winning 2-0 more important than you would consider in other scenarios because not only has he got the points, but he's also got the 0 over Shax in that win.
Yeah, I do feel, if I'm not mistaken, Rikman has one of the highest win percentages right now of all the players.
Well, he was 67% before this game, so it's only going to go up into the 70s now.
And again, do not sleep on this man. Like I said, he is the best player in Sweden, and the Nordics have picked him for a reason.
I saw the familiarity from Shax. I did, but just a couple couple of categorical errors that just tilted the momentum a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, and look, it does happen. It's unfortunate, but again, time moves on. We have to move on. Where Rikmans Barnet takes it over Shax there, using the Manat, looking quite comfortable as well, showing us some new resets there with Manat too. But we got transition over smoothly to game 2, and who is going to be the opponent for Veggie? Now, listen, I work with Veggie. I work with him closely. I talk to him all the time. I did note this down. I do feel he's going to struggle, whoever he goes up
With
against.
this particular team.
But he could prove me wrong completely.
When he had his opportunities, they weren't taken. Maybe now's the time for him to shine. I mean, if he can get a win here, how huge would that be for Team 0-0 Nation? I mean, they're already in a pretty decent position for points. Only time will tell who Team Mouse will send up. Over to you, Logan, with the players to define this next match.
Thanks very much. It's time for game 2. I've got Veggie here standing in front of me. You look a little bit tense. Your record hasn't been great so far this season, but it's a great time to change that. Rikmans Barnet's done the first part of the job, and you can feel very confident because you have Phenom in that anchor position. It's down to you, though, to deliver. You've locked in with Birdie. Who are you expecting to see across from you?
I'm expecting to see either Problem or Forfills, but I'm leaning more towards facing Problem, but I don't know what they will do. They have to think about the anchor match as well. So it's they need to just figure out which one is more likely to beat Phenom, I guess, since that's a 20, this is a 10-pointer. But yeah, I do struggle a lot more with nerves in this team setting. I feel like for every match that goes on without W, the play gets a little bit worse, and that's a really bad thing to have. So I hope to get a W on the board to just feel good, and then you shall see what can be unleashed from this player when he's confident, because that's a different beast, in my opinion.
Street Fighter 5 is so much about being confident in your play because there's so much information and knowledge that we have over the 6 years that we've been playing the game. But, you know, executing that, it's such a free-flowing, fast-moving game. You have to be ready to capitalize. And obviously, your record hasn't been great so far this season, you know, but you have a very good team behind you. So I'm sure you... It's great to see that team spirit, man.
They're great. They're great teammates, all of them. It's not even about just as players. It's also as people. We're kind of similar, like relaxed, easygoing. I might be the most like loud of the 4, but and I mean that's not uncommon, to be honest. So Strike, there's no point in saying that. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a very good the synergy is great at this team. Character-wise, I would say so too, but I haven't gotten to play my really dominant matchups yet, and I hope to get that as well as the season progresses.
Well, hopefully, we'll see that. But let's see who Mouse Sports send up to face you in this second game. Please, can you send down your second player? And it is going to be the Forfills. So, first question. Let's get it out of the way. Which character are you going to be locking with? Falk, of course, doing the business. Now, you've had a very strong performance so far this season, moving into your 4th match with Mouse Sports. You're going up against Veggie, who's looking for a win. What's your history like against him, if you had an opportunity to play him very often?
We've played a few times here and there. I do believe that I've got the winning matchup here, so I am going into this very confident.
Obviously, with a view to facing this team in the playoffs in future as well, how important is it to get information from potential pairings and matchups as well?
It's very important to get this information now in the early stages. That way, in the later stages, we know who's feeling confident going up against which opponent.
Absolutely. Obviously, you've got the benefit of being in the home end as well, so you get to counterpick. You have counterpicked Veggie's Birdie with your Falk, so let's see how that goes. Please, can you set up and get ready, guys? And we will throw it back over to F-Word and Jammers, because they will definitely have some insight into this one. Veggie using Birdie, the Forfills using Falk. It's going to be 0-0 Nation up against Mouse Sports in this second game. Guys, over to you.
Well, if what Veggie told us is accurate, what you told us is accurate, what Forfills told us is accurate, there's a couple of options there that could have countered Birdie. Of course, Bison has a decent time against Birdie, and now we're hearing that Falk does too. So it was always going to be uphill, like you said, Jammers. But hopefully, like we heard earlier, though it wasn't performed, but you know, TKR saying the pressure a few weeks ago allows him to play when there's no pressure, to play very well. So hopefully this expectation, I mean, Veggie's expected to lose here. I mean, this is a CPT qualifier 2 years in a row. In Forfills, one of the most informed players in Europe, best Falk in the world. He's expected to beat Veggie here. And maybe that lack of pressure could allow Veggie to pull out a performance.
Yeah, and again, look, you're looking at one of the best players in the UK right now, looking to get extra wins on the board, accumulate more points on the board for his team, because they are gunning for the top 2. Heck, they're probably looking to win the whole thing. Veggie, on the other hand, still in search of that win. Now, we mentioned there should be, he's the underdog here. There shouldn't be as much pressure as he feels, but it's just his temperament, his nature. As every loss comes, it's going to weigh on his shoulders heavily. And the thing is, when Rikmans performing, when Phenom's performing, when Goodlag is performing, and he isn't, you feel ostracized, you feel the odd one out. And that's what he's going to try and rectify and change here. But yeah, the thing I'm worried about in this matchup is if Birdie is going to try and consistently anti-air and just lose to the shot.
Yep.
And there's EX, there's an EX shot now, so it's going to be a knockdown. Going to set up the mine. And hopefully, Veggie's gone with V-Trigger 1 to be a little bit more aggressive and obnoxious to kind of throw Phils off his game. What do you think?
I mean, he regretted not going V-Trigger 1 against Killzoo. I think it would have made a world of difference in terms of Killzoo's stylistic approach to that matchup, carrying Birdie. But that's no reason to necessarily go V-Trigger 1 here. Yep, and he's going to go V-Trigger 2 as a result.
Okay. Lovely whiff punish. Yeah, he's worked on that, man. He definitely needs to work on, continue to whiff punish that forward fierce. But then the Phil starts to jump, and Phil loves jumping with this character, by the way. Yeah, see? That's what he needs to be worried about. Be patient in that situation as well.
Took the opportunity to dash forward there. It's a good start from Veggie, but he's losing a bit of ground.
This is the thing as well. Falcon can actually abuse forward fist in that range because Bird doesn't really have a real punish outside of his CA. And he won't have access to that all the time. Just walking away. Rush counter. Anti-air.
Wow, he's out the corner at least. Thrown forward, not backwards.
If you forward fist activate, not quite yet. Probably looking for a hit, but good activation there from Veggie. Do that when your opponent's not doing anything, and that's going to be dead.
Just walked slightly too far there. And that towards Fierce with its tremendous range. Hit confirmed into the activation. Great first round there from 4 Phils.
All right, as well. Again, it's very simple why Phils thinks Falks win this matchup. A jump game, you know, abusing forward hard punch, the damage output. There you go.
Yeah, trying the anti-air, doesn't work out. That like a meaty dash forward light as well. Veggie tried to press a button. Lost a chunk of health there in that scenario.
See, and then that B skill 2, the Psycho Mine, accentuates how dominant, how strong she can be in the neutral. And the thing is, Veggie has to wait. He just has to wait.
Ooh, target combo.
That was
too
punish
far
one
to punish,
block.
maybe.
Yeah. Forward fierce again. They should put that crush counter. Veggie's trying to get a clean hit into like 300 damage here. Gets crush countered again.
So much mileage off that towards Fierce. And again, just as I said it, the meaty connects this time. Don't disrespect your wake up like that. Respect me. Sit still and take this button. 4 Phils with a very convincing first battle there, Jammers.
Yeah, and again, similar to what happened when 4 Phils played against MQS, people are not respecting the meaty forward hard punch. You can get hit by it once, that's fine, because you test the waters to see if it's actually meaty or not, because it's like 14, 15 frame startup. Then after that, you just got to sit still, mate, and try a different approach. But this is exactly just highlighting my point of how Veggie's going to struggle against this entire team. So it was pretty weird for me, but it was pretty weird putting him on to play.
You think Dr. Goodlag would have made more sense?
Oh, he's got a Laura and a Poison. I'd take my chances with those characters. Obviously, Laura is his main, Poison was the secondary, but I feel Veggie, again, he's looking for that win, so he's going to be hungry, more ravenous to play than most of the guys in this league.
Round 1.
But we're going into the second game here. Swap the V-triggers. Yeah? He's got to bring it out. Sometimes I think he just holds himself back by not bringing out this V-trigger, man. Cause the problems. You got to be the ones inflicting problems, not the one dealing with them. That's how it goes.
Jumping.
All right, there we go. A better start here for Veggie now. Chipping away at his life with the Psycho Cannon. All right, trapped to the corner here. Can he get some sort of grab or anything? No, he's going to allow 4 Phils to walk out of the range. He activates V-trigger 1 F-word.
Buttons.
Oh, frame trap. Watch out for the mine. Know the timing. I did say watch out for the mine and know the timings, man. Luckily, he didn't get a full conversion
there.
from that.
Good choice. Interception with the light kick. Oh, the one time he went for a command grab. The back dash out.
He's got to hold this. How's he going to activate? Is it going to be bullhead? Yep.
Yes, I'm just going to wait. Frames.
Oh, patience there from 4 Phils. He's going to throw another ball head there. Light one will probably do it. He's
Not to get that as that fierce again. He's got to be careful with it. Not to whiff it as well.
Got to be careful. Ball slider.
Wrong buttons at the wrong time. Poor Phils exercising restraint there after blocking that down for Fierce. Taking his time and then pressing the delayed crouch medium punch. Allowing Veggie's follow-up to whiff and then getting the punish to put himself at battle point. Game point.
He tried to anti it. Nice impromptu conversion. I'm not sure if Phils was fully ready for that.
Look at the stun here. He's got to chill. You've
no.
got to chill. I don't know why he didn't wait.
Oh, no.
And just recovery stun. He tried to V-skill 2 up.
Another mine's on board. He's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, no, he isn't. Okay.
Okay.
Saving grace. Can he do something here? The reversal, maybe?
Buttons.
Jumped. There's one command grab. He hasn't got a reversal.
That's very active on wake up there. It's 4 Phils. There's the activation. Now he's got the free jump-ins. And the free get-in when he needs. Oh my days! Choice from Veggie.
EX will Revenger. EX
again.
command grab. F-word. Do you think he can do it? I'm not sure.
Oh, he wanted a stand throw, didn't come. Plus, gonna get that pressure here.
He would have taken the command grab as well.
Oh, missed that! No!
He didn't want that. He anticipated
No!
something.
He gets hit!
He brought it back!
Where's that comeback? One mistake from 4 Phils and 7 or 8 correct guesses in a row from Veggie, and he sits down almost in perfect motion. But he hits the floor like, oh, I finally got around.
Is that the round Veggie needs to turn this entire game around for him? Damn, this is quite the battle, I must say. Jose gets a hanging chain. This is not the one he gets Oki from, but he can put the chewing gum out to get...
Oh, what a choice there to get rid of that.
Yeah, some neutral control.
The dash. Catches us trying to run away. Another command grab.
Regular throw.
Meaty throw. Veggie looking so good here. Meaty connects. 4 Phils has got against right hand, and he doesn't. And all of a sudden, Veggie gets himself, I believe, his first battle of the season, all off the back of one execution error from 4 Phils that put him in the corner. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll say it a million times. I don't care where Birdie is in the ranking. When it comes to being in the corner, he is one of the best characters, one of the worst characters in the game to be in the corner against. And you saw that executed to perfection by Veggie in that scenario. Wow.
Listen, man,
he's alive.
Everybody becomes a victim in that exact scenario, right? And I'm just surprised at how many grabs he was able to land. And the thing is, he's a very conservative, safe player. So even he might have felt a bit tense and a bit, like, disgusted trying to do that. But look, we're telling you, you've got to bring dirt to a boxing match. You have to throw dirt in the guy's eye.
Listen, I totally agree with you, Jammers, especially when you got no health. I mean, what you got to lose now? The set's over, bro. You know, extend, overextend, do what you can, and man, he played it to perfection. Now there's another game to go. Who's going to take the momentum here? And you can see a bit of confidence in Veggie's eyes for the first time this season. We've been waiting weeks to see that.
Yes, and he did say to Logan, he said, once I get that confidence, like, you'll be able to see the player unleashed within me. Something along those lines.
He whiff punished that towards Fierce earlier in the set, kind of abandoned that strategy. Maybe requires too much concentration.
Nice.
Great reaction there.
Yeah, lovely check on the ball Revenger with the jab into Psycho Schneider there from 4 Phils. He's going to try and regain control mentally and in-game. Make sure he can collect the points here for Mouse.
It's like EX again, getting so much mileage off the back of that.
Bigger chewing gum this time. Open away. I think 4 Phils might introduce 1 or 2 new buttons. Activates V-trigger. Good throw tech there.
Throw. Try to anti-air, don't you dare. Oh,
no, he's stunned.
Too many buttons.
Yeah,
oh, he just wouldn't sit still. And that's it. That sequence is going to give him the opportunity he needs to kill. And that's exactly what he does. Damage left on the table there for 4 Phils.
Yeah, that combo was nowhere near finished.
Nowhere near.
Oh, man, that was fantastic stuff.
Fortunate there that Veggie just seemed to panic on wake up. He didn't want to sit still. And as he got air reset, he tried to press a button afterwards.
All right. He hasn't got any meter yet to throw a haphazard
jump in.
Clean jump there from Veggie.
He shifts out. You can smell some fear here from 4 Phils. He does again. He's not sitting still. This time he does the reversal.
He's trying to beat that.
Oh, that beats both jumping options.
All right, just wait. Got that colossal lively. Try to catch Phils walking forward. The EX ball head. No dice. Yeah, just trying to slowly chip away at his life. Forward Fierce gets the crouch Fierce anti-air. Cancels into the mine. The reversal, that's a good choice. Yeah, that's a good choice because of the mine.
Just needs to chill. Gets hit low though.
Uh-oh. Okay, try to go for a gimmick. And that's punishable.
Oh, no, this is going to hurt big time. He's not stunned yet though. One more guess. He takes the throw. Tries to activate. You've got no EX here, just activates Raw.
Right, you've got to be as obnoxious as you've ever been in your life. I don't care how you do it, you got to do something. Just waiting away.
Feels to close this out. A nervy set coming to an end here, potentially. Veggie needs another comeback.
Let's see what
No
he
safe
does.
bullheads.
Yeah, he's not going to do bullhead just yet. Is he waiting for Fields to jump so he can bullhorn? He hasn't got any meters, he can't.
Oh, he runs into it towards Fierce, and 4 Phils must have been biting his nails. The nerves must have been tight. That was such an important game to win because, of course, Rikmans Bonnet got the first game for 0-0 Nation. They would have been 2 down there, 20 points down. Very important clutch there from 4 Phils to recover from that error in the second battle and bring it back for his team and close out that game.
Yeah, looking a bit shaky there for 4 Phils, but he managed to pick himself up, keep mentally composed, and iron out that victory and accumulate those points for Team Mouse. Good stuff there. Close, but no cigar for Veggie. He almost had it. He almost had it. And again, it's just public enemy number 1, forward Fierce from Falp, just walking into the normal. He did anti at one point. And like you said, you noticed as well, he's a bit too antsy, a bit too, like, you know, too aggressive on defense.
He didn't respect the meaty pressure enough, I think, a few times.
Yeah.
And credit to 4 Phils for keeping it so frame tight every time he had him in those scenarios, because just keeping it simple and tight got him a lot of mileage, I must say.
Yeah, good stuff there. And this is what's happening with the games today. Rikman beat Shax, for those of you who are unaware. And of course, now 4 Phils getting the win on the board for Team Mouse, with Veggie losing that. So 10 points each. So we're not going to have a tiebreaker. It's going to be another potential 30 to 10 points for either 0-0 Nation or Team Mouse. Now we know the anchor, the savior, Phenom, doing the janitor's work, cleaning up the mess.
Decisions for Team Mouse. They have 2 pretty viable options here. I have no idea how Broski does against Phenom. I've seen him do well against him with Dalsim, but I have no idea how his Oro does. So, I mean, I know Logan's on stage now, and Mouse have a big decision to make. I'm guessing he's with Phenom. Logan, over to you. Let's find out what this game 3 is going to be.
That's right, I'm with the 0-0 Nation captain Phenom here in the anchor position, and it's all come down to this game. Yet again, you have to get the job done. Rikmans Barnet opened up with the 10 points. Veggie, very, very close. What an incredible comeback round he had there against the 4 Phils, but wasn't able to get the win, and now it's up to you yet again. You had such an incredible record in this position up until facing BMS in your previous match where you lost to Mr. Crimson, but now you have 2 players potentially that you could be going up against, Problem X and Broski. Who is it that you think that you're going to be facing here?
Problem. I'm like 99.9% sure. I think, yeah, he touched his pad just now, so I think he's going to come.
Is that the sign? That's the official. Why do you think? Is it because it's for the 20 points and for the game?
Yeah, I think maybe, like, he plays Alex. Alex can fight Luke. It's like not a unwinnable matchup or anything, so yeah, I don't know. I just think it's Problem. He's the best player on the team, so yeah.
Is this also mind games because you hate both of Broski's characters as well, and you just don't want to face them at all? Have I exposed you there? There we go. That's the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's find out if Mouse Sports, who they send up, because we have 2 players waiting for this. Game 3, who are they going to be sending? Is it going to be Broski or Problem X? It's going to be Broski! What? Problem X is waiting on the sidelines, and no one can believe this. He's shocked. I'm shocked. Everyone's at home shocked. This is supreme confidence for a Problem. The big smile as well. I can see him there. Broski, you're stepping up to do the business. Which character is it that you're going to be using?
Oro.
Oro as well. So a character that he doesn't like, but not as much as he doesn't like Dalsim. But you're not feeling that. We're really not seeing Dalsim.
Ah, Oro. Oh, wait.
Even in grand finals for 60K, we're still not seeing Dalsim?
Have you seen Tengu Stone?
I have. But
have you seen what it can do?
Sorry?
Backstage before we come up, we actually made an agreement that he wouldn't activate V-Trigger if he played any of us. And I expected to play Problem now, but now we have to honor the deal.
No backstage agreements are legally binding on this platform.
Apparently, not only Phenom is a liar, Broski is also a liar. He said, show me the contract. Where is it in writing? pinky swears are not real legally binding contracts. Okay, so it's going to be Oro for Broski if you want to get set up. Phenom now has to process this information. How is he going to deal with this? Jammers, F-word is game 3. This is the decider. What have you got to say?
Well, he caught us by surprise. But
Didn't catch me. Excuse me. Speak for yourself. I told you.
All right.
There may be some surprises in this set. I said it at the start. And what do you know? And you know what the strategy here is? And I think it's a very clever strategy from Mouse, is we can afford to lose as long as we get some points if we can collect a significant amount of data early in the season. Now, we're approaching the halfway point, but in terms of matches played, we've still got 5 or 6 matches left after this. So actually, this is, if they can figure out here that there's a chink in Phenom's armor and they face them again later in the playoffs or in the away game, that's pretty valuable data collected.
Now, here's the thing. If it wasn't going to be Problem X going up against Phenom, the typical like predicted match we were looking for, I do actually favor Broski's chances against Phenom mentally and in-game as well. Look, even threw off Phenom, talking about some legal contract in there's no such thing.
You're a liar. You're a liar, Broski.
But
actress, liar.
I can see this here. And the thing is, as well, ultimately, I think this sends a message to everybody else about how confident, Problem X is with his teammates. How much faith
We've seen 4 Phil's anchor. Now we're seeing Broski anchor. And tell you what, guys, you are in for one hell of a treat. Broski in a 3 out of 5 never fails to deliver, whether it's Dalsim or Oro. Usually a very, very fun set. Phenom locked into that Luke. We'll see what his answers are for Oro in this set. He was stunned. He did not think that this was an option, which tells me that he's probably quite confident in his chances against Broski's Oro here.
Well, we'll see, because like you said before, like Broski in 3 out of 5s, he's always got something new to show us. And when you think he's out, like, he's not. He comes back. And it's not even Tengu Stone, it's just the way he plays, because he had an amazing set with Problem X in one of the CPTs. Last year.
Never forget.
Yeah, with Aura versus Bison, a bad matchup. I think he likes fighting, not necessarily likes fighting Luke as Oro, but he has studied it enough to understand Oro's options.
This is the downside of playing Luke. If there is any downside of playing Luke, it's that everybody's in the lab for your character. So he will definitely have some Luke-specific anti-Luke tech coming up here. 3 out of 5 here in this final game for all the beings. 20 points on the line.
Starting off
Jeez,
strong.
he got the trip recovery there.
Yeah, starting off strong there with the Nichirichos, but Phenom's closing the gap, trying to use that stand medium punch.
He got a trade there off the Sandblast. That's interesting. Maybe a late cancel, or depends on the strength. Look at that button there, trying to catch something. Oro's got very stumpy normals. It's not his strongest area, but Broski's so good. We're setting up traps just like that.
We got the footsies.
It's a good start here. Wow, big delays here.
All right, 2 back to make. Can we get back throw?
Delayed jump back. I like it. Gets out of there.
Nice. Caught the EX5 before it even came out. Good job.
Oh, nice choice there. And the sweep afterwards as well. Wake up buttons though. Counter hit allows for the medium to connect.
All right, going to set up the V skill 1, but then he can nullify that.
Yeah, that's because V-trigger's coming. Can't block this. Okay, here it is. Tengu Stone.
There it is. Right, Phenom. We know you love it. You know you love this Tengu Stone. Let's see how he deals with it. Here it comes. Here comes the Midari.
Chip, 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 chip. Yeah, he sealed a meter come. That was a bad jump in though.
Very bad there. Oh. Crouching medium punch. And the thing is, Aura has some of the most annoying pokes, medium attacks in the game. They're actually very good. And again, first round there goes to Broski.
Nice whiff punish there.
This is it, man. Again, a character he hates. I don't know how well he'll be able to simplify things to just strike throw and basic frame traps in the corner, but he gets the throw.
It's a great round from Phenom so far. Plusa de plusa.
Corey.
Oh, another button gets whiff punish. Huge round from Phenom.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Big damage incoming.
Yeah, full combo. EX. He should have spent EX. He should have spent EX.
Yeah, should have guaranteed the kill. I agree with you, Jammers. Now he's got to deal with the stone that he doesn't like.
Now, who's the one at risk here? Him for pressuring me?
Double dash
doing
the throw.
Reversal?
Oh, he tried to dash throw again, you cheeky bugger, you.
It would have worked.
Yeah, he wasn't looking. He didn't tech.
Yeah, he didn't tech.
He wasn't expecting that. And the throw whiff, so it's not like the jab checked it.
Yeah, listen, my man was actually willing to get tossed around 6 times.
Yeah, the V-reversal was there to stop any kind of stone approach. And I think that's what he was trying to counter there, was the V-reversal with the dash throws.
Yeah. Touching medium punch, just within those mediums, got to be careful,
Yeah,
man.
I was going to say, saw them punished twice last round, which really cost them the round. Jumping almost perfect. No NTF from Phenom. Yeah, that wasn't plus. Like it hit a bit too early.
Well, be careful, dude. Again, Phenom will still whiff punish. He might be looking for a stand fierce. Yeah, he did. Phenom was looking for a stand fierce.
Gets away with that though. That's Phenom.
There you go. Good footsies here being played by both players. Misses the sweep.
Nice activation. Corner carry as well here for Phenom.
Double jump. Big damage.
Big punish. Doesn't go for the sweep afterwards. Just takes the Oki. This is good play from Phenom.
He's trying to force him to do a V reversal, but Broski's not going to do that. He's going to find his opportune moment.
He's got the V trigger.
He could do V trigger activate into the EX chicken feet if he gets close enough there. 4-0, but all right, just patiently waiting it out. Raw activation.
Respect it.
All right, trying to literally
he runs into a button.
No. Oh dear. Right, Phenom, what are you about today? You gonna do delay jab? You gonna reversal?
Reversal won't kill here.
Surprise me, Phenom.
Pro will kill. Oh! Broski, fam. What are you saying?
And he got him. First game. He did listen. I'd surprised me, Phenom, but he did. He did delay tech. He did delay tech, something he doesn't normally do in those situations. And he got caught flinching because the EX TK chicken feet caught him out there.
Yeah, the jump like kick actually hit, but he was already committed to the throw bait attempts.
And what was I saying to you a couple episodes ago? If you hit them and it says counter hit, bait the throw. It's gonna work.
I was surprised jumping pays off there for Broski. Nice check though with the target combo. Finally catches him low with that crouch medium and confirms. Phenom looking to close this one out with a throw. No. And Tengu Stone is ready to go. Broski made the important tech there. Yeah, gets out of the situation there. V skills up.
Okay, he'll zone just for a little bit, yeah, before he gets the opportunity to activate the Midari version. Yeah, trying to reduce the amount of hits on EB has. And here
there we go.
Comes.
Waited.
Back throw.
Back throw. Okay, he went for it this time. Oh, we tried. Phenom more than ready. Great reaction.
Back throw again there. Forward.
It's a relatively well mitigated V trigger though, but he's in the corner.
All right. Good
nice V reversal. Good choice. That meaty was very plus. Meter spent. He's got to find a way to win this without his usual equipment. That's such a good answer.
Yeah. Not too bad. But he still got to deal with the V skill one, and he couldn't. I think he could have swept there, but he didn't want to risk it.
Ooh, he's bringing this back. Trying to bait out a reversal. Doesn't come.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good sandblaster there from Phenom. Such a tense set.
Listen, man, his fireball game, his sandblaster game is pretty damn good. He does it at ranges super close. And you think, like, why are you doing it there? But you're not going to jump. You're not going to try and react. Again, trying to cover all angles of the fireball game.
Oh, he baited that forward jump. He walked forward into that forward jump range. Baits out the stand throw. Oh, he's ready, though.
Here comes the activation. +1 on block. Gets the back throw.
Dashing and throw. Again, dashing and throw is a good scenario for Phenom. Danger here for Broski. Me TT. Oh, he could have got into silent combo.
Yeah, not looking good here. And he can't get the activation. Not just yet. Too far. And he double jumped.
Totally evaded that. Here comes the activation.
Wouldn't be surprised if Phenom tried to reversal.
Good block there from Phenom. Beautiful defense. And then the check at the end with the jab into the target combo. He's seen that movie before, Broski. You got to come with something different. Great block there from Phenom. And then the check to close it out. One battle apiece in this 3 out of 5.
Good blocks there, like you said. I even feel he's seen that when Broski faced Akainu and Akainu got hit, or he's been hit by that with Broski before. So definitely some prior intel to that to make it easier.
I'd assume the latter. A lot of these things, you know, you develop an awareness from playing. That's bad. Chicken legs, why did he do that?
Yeah. I'm trying to go for the delay there, but Broski not biting. Couldn't get the confirm of that counter hit.
Yeah, maybe too hard.
And it's one apiece right now. One battle apiece.
Oh, what?
Okay.
It's unfortunate for Phenom. Here comes the activation.
Yeah, he tried to bait
a V reversal. Didn't come. Good patient blocking there from Phenom. This time it does come.
Makes it safe. Back throw.
Pluser de pluser. He's got a decent mileage off that V trigger. Nice V reversal again. The perfectly spaced forward medium. Had to take his turn. Ooh, almost whiff punished.
Be careful of that button, man. I'm not actually sure how Aura tries to whiff punish.
I mean, he can go to zone mode. Oh, he missed it.
No bar on either side.
Oh, no punish. He didn't want to go for the back heavy this time. Oh, just reaches.
Oh,
that's
no,
that's unsafe.
Oh no, he's gonna dash up throw. He tried to
wanted a throw bait, didn't come. This is so tight.
I don't know, what's he gonna do? F-word, forward medium kick.
The bogey in your face. And Broski, I mean, this is such an intense set between these two.
Yeah, for sure. And I like how close it is as well. You would think, oh, that's going to be a big punish there from Phenom. Spending all the flash knuckles in that round, or in that game, sorry. All right, flying from the corner. No Tengu available.
Great spacing on that Fierce. Catches him out. Broski's in big trouble. Base out of reversal. Phenom knows it too well. He's so good at landing them. He's also so bloody good at baiting them out. And he gets that round back here in this third battle.
Yeah, looking strong here as well. We're going to another final round between these two.
Wow, that worked.
It's a regular throw from that light flash knuckle. Okay,
don't press buttons. It's not your turn. Drop though, get into the reset. It's a bad start to this round from Broski. Just missed his whiff punish there with that Fierce.
Oh, hold on. 2 throws. Can we get like a sneaky throw again somewhere? That's -4.
Well punished. Good awareness there from Phenom.
Again, he's looking for that activation. Yes, that is a new change that Oro got. Activate Phoenix Fireball. Too far. Way too far. V-reversal. He's going to V-reversal again. He will. One more sequence there.
Oh, lovely use of that. EX Sunblast. Back throw to the corner we go. Phenom to close this out, and that's exactly what he does, and he moves his team one step closer towards the big 20 points here against Team Mouse. 0-0 Nation and their talisman doing the thing. I see the fist bump in the background there between Rikmans, Bardic. Great camera shot. And I believe Veggie.
Yeah.
Such a tense set. And you can see why Broski made sense. It wasn't a bad pick at all. This is very close.
Rush counter from the back hard kick.
Beautifully spaced in time.
Good damage as well.
Just when you thought it was your turn, to confirm on that towards medium, gets the target combo.
All right, meaty hard kick, gets the
buttons.
check. Figure yet.
No counter hit.
Yeah, that's what Broski was probably looking for. Okay. Back throw. All right, let's see. Is he going to bring out the V skill shortly? I don't even know if he's going to have
When
enough
the EX
time.
is there, he's not going to. Yeah, nice, too close. That's good spatial awareness there from Phenom. He was ready for the activation attempt. Got the activation of his own, checking him as he tried to approach. Now he's in death territory.
Oh, hold on!
Oh, what happened there? I think he tried to press a button as he landed.
Yeah. I don't think he knew what side he was. We couldn't remember.
Yeah, that was strange. He was trying to bait out the late DP, wasn't it?
Yeah, jumping like it would have worked out there, probably, but...
Phenom getting stronger as the set goes on. He's looking very impressive now. Confirmed with that crash medium. Broski's in big trouble. Team Mouse could be facing back-to-back defeats here.
Uh-oh.
From being top of the table to this.
He's,
he had to jump in.
He's not committed.
Okay, there's no resources. Has to hold this pressure. Missed this throw, though. He teched.
He's confident now that he can tech those situations because of what Broski's been doing. The mileage he's been getting on damaging. Back throw. Take another throw if you really want to.
Got to do it instantly here. All right, EX connects, though.
Oh, no. Not looking good.
Drops
The V-shift there.
Big jump in.
The V skill. There it is.
Doesn't have meter to stop it right now. He's going to get meter now. Great choice. Oh, doesn't get much of a punish, though.
Yeah.
At least stops it. Big
That should
damage
be
coming.
dead. That should be dead.
No, he's still alive. No, he's dead.
That should be dead.
He's dead. More than dead. And Phenom with the victory again for his team. 3 victories out of 4. So consistent, so reliable. Rikmans Barnet doing the early damage in game 1. And then, unfortunately for Veggie, unable to do it against the 4 fields. Broski pick in the Dan match. Very surprising for a lot of us. Not so much for others. Looking good for a moment in time, but Phenom just started to pull away. And he gets the 3-1 victory in that final game to get his team the points, Jammers.
I think Phenom still looks a bit stunned that he had to play that entire game, right? It's just like, hold on. Oro, Broski, now? Like, don't you need the points? But me, personally, this is not a biased opinion because great stuff to 0-0 Nation. I can't help but feel they were thinking the way Problem X wanted them to think about that entire set. They're like, yeah, problem's coming. And he never did. And it's like, wait, what? And then that kind of shock, that mental shock, it almost got them, to be fair. But, you know, Rikmans did the business, Phenom did the business as well. And again, a well-earned victory for 0-0 Nation.
Listen, it was an interesting strategy. It could have very well worked. Unfortunately for them, Phenom just too strong on the day, too quick to adapt, made the adjustments and started to pull away in the set, I feel, as it went on and just showed his superiority and why he's such an elite force, not only in Europe, but in the world. It's so strong having that guy as your anchor every single week. I mean, you can see how difficult it is to beat these guys for that reason. And listen, let's take nothing away from Rikmans Barnett with his 70% plus, maybe even in the 80% category now for wins. He has been so phenomenal for 00 Nation. Very easy to talk about Phenom, but Rikman, massive shout out to him as well.
And it was interesting. I really want to know who Logan's going to interview. I hope it's who I think it is, but we're going to toss it over to Logan Salma, the host with the most, and see who's got a chat with.
Quick note, Femi, 3 out of 4 wins is 75%, mate. That's quick maths there for you. I had to interview the mate. Listen, when you made that third pick, you were sitting there, big teeth grinning in the stands. It didn't work out. Talk me through this situation we're in now.
Yeah, so obviously we didn't get the win, so we lost some points here. But there's many reasons for the pick. One, this is obviously a very big stage, very big platform. So it only gets harder later on, right? So the pressures of having to get points at the moment, I want to put that on my team because I believe in my team fully. So it's only going to get harder. If you're nervous to play now, if anyone's nervous or all of that stuff, or a bit shaky or any matchups that we're not quite sure, I'd rather get the data now rather than be like, oh, let's try that in the playoffs or let's try that later on. I know how me and Phenom can go. Trust me, I got something for him as well, but we'll see on the next when it matters. Yeah.
All right, well, obviously when you meet next time, you'll be on the opposing side, on the away side, and they'll get the opportunity to counterpick you. And the fun and games will continue as well. Obviously, you're not on the greatest momentum at the moment as a team. You were top. Of course, you only got shifted off top place in your third match just due to round and battle differentials as well. So you're still in a very strong position, but you've lost 2 now back-to-back. Obviously, momentum is really important. Seeding is very important as well. You'll want to stay in those top 2 spots. You're probably going to be out of them now. We'll find that out a little bit later. But how do you feel about that? You're gambling position and seeding for information.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, home and away is obviously it plays a big part, especially when you get to the playoffs because you're out, single elimination if that one set goes wrong. But I feel that I'm confident in my team that we can get into the top 2 positions. We have a lot of good matchups left that are in our favor on paper, and we have quite a few home games as well. So no, I think right now we won't be happy with the 2 losses, but it's not crippled us to that point to get the information. I think that information is very valuable. Yeah.
If you had to play them again right now, what would your put forward be? Do you think? Would you change anything?
Yeah, we're checking now. We know how particular things go.
Yeah.
I'd be involved.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Well, I'll be involved.
We're not going to leave that at that because we've got more questions for you. I want to know as well. Obviously, you've got a very strong lineup. You've got 4 players on the team. A lot of depth there as well. Who's really stood out? Who's really surprised you so far?
Do you know what? Yeah, I all my team has been playing well. I know no one's happy with their losses, me included. So, but apart from that, I'm happy with all of them. But I'm definitely I like watching the Oro. Because Broski for me is I feel like sometimes you need that extra push. You're sick with the character. So I like being able to put him on the platform and see and as you saw in the first game and even in all the matches, even though he lost the set, there was a lot of shining moments. I'm also very impressed with all my team, as I say. Phils has been clutching. That first match against BMS when we played when he beat Mika, that was a very big win for us.
Of course, he's the only player that has no team experience on this kind of level. Obviously, all of you involved in some kind of way. And for Phil's obviously very new to this arena, so great to see him showing out. We've been enjoying the performances, whether win or lose, and I look forward to seeing more from Mouse as the season progresses. Thank you very much. You want to join your team, you can work on more strategies for the future, of course, and we have 00 Nation here looking to celebrate their victory as well and push up onto the leaderboard, which we're going to take a look at right now. Let's see, after week 5, and now these 2 teams have played 4 matches each, we'll see exactly where that puts them on this leaderboard. Let's take a look. And there you can see it, that win put 0-0 Nation on top. Mouse picking up the 10 points, and they remain in prime position. But as you can see, 4 matches played each. We have 4 other teams that are only on 3 matches, and that leaderboard could change in an instant. Reason Gaming could get a 40-point sweep and push themselves all the way up into contention. And we will see them next week, actually. But let's take a look at match 1. It's going to be Team GO against Wild Blast, who are still looking for their first win. And then it's BMS, who are riding high, going up against Reason Gaming. The leaderboard is definitely going to change after week 6. Thank you so much for joining us. Big up all of the players who delivered it each and every time. We're having a great time here on Street Fighter League Pro Europe 2022, and I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to bring it to you. Grateful to be working with such an amazing team as well. Shout out to Jammers and F-Word. Really, really capturing the action for you with tremendous insight each and every time. Each and every time we promise to deliver, and we will see you next week right here for week 6 of Street Fighter League Pro Europe.